So this video is going to be all about our new website, and on the screen right now is our old website, and by the time you're watching this it should hopefully be gone and we'll be on the new website, which looks like this, which I think is much cleaner and nicer. We won't have this bit at the top, this is just because at the moment it's protected with a password, and this video you're watching now will be here. This is our old video about our old website and why it sucks, and we'll talk about why it sucks more in this video and what makes this one so much better. I've got a whole list to the side here of all the changes. I've been keeping the logs as we go along. There's going to be more added as well in the future, no doubt. A link to this will be on the homepage of the website around here. Complete change logs can be found here. I haven't linked it up yet. That's something I'll be doing in the next few days. So I'm recording this on the bank holiday Monday. We're hoping to be live by the weekend after. And by the time this video goes out, it should be live. Whether it will be working, I don't know. This week will be all about getting the products over and testing the website. From what I've tested so far, it seems to be fine. But you just never know. You never know. Hopefully we can get all the DNS and email settings over. And yeah, but let's talk about the differences. So, not only have we made a new website, we've been working behind the scenes on a lot of stuff as well, and I'll be talking through that, and mostly like photos and things like that, new products, etc, etc. So, I mean, we'll start with the products before we get into all the new features and stuff. So, it's a lot easier on this new one to duplicate categories. So, for example, in Chaos now, we've got the Chaos Demons under Age of Sigmar, and we've also got them under Armies of Chaos as well. As you can see, we've changed the layout of Warhammer 40k, so rather than having a massive list of all the armies, they're all separated. Now, we've got Old World. I'm probably going to put the Chaos in here as well. I assume the Marauders and Marauder Horsemen will end up in the Old World for Chaos, so I might just make them available in that section for now, and then if they're not when Chaos come out, I guess we'll just remove them. We've got Solar Auxilia. We've got 4 of their sets, all going to be available. Some other new sets. We've got to put the new crew up, and we'll go in the list of some of the new stuff in a minute. I'll work my way down here. So yeah, what I've got is, as I said, we've duplicated the Chaos Demons. We've put the Dwarven Mountain Hold sets. They're duplicated into the Old World now as well. They're also in the Cities of Sigmar. Beasts of Chaos are in the Old World, and we've moved this. Sisters of Silence to be in with the Custodes. We've added a section for the Sons of Bahamut. So we have the Mancrasher Gargant in there, which has been renamed, and the Harlequins are in now with the Eldari. Harlequin stuff in there. Yep, we've renamed the Mancrasher Gargants. There was some typo apparently in the York Ard Boys, which has been fixed. Again, also with the Farstalker Kin Band, there was typos which have been fixed. And the product names for the Empire of Man have been updated. Updated names for all like the Chaos sets and like Hedonites, things like that. And we're going to look at some of them in a little while actually. Updated the names of the Dark Elves sets and Cities of Sigmar and Daughters of Cain. Updated names for some Adeptus Mechanicus units, which were originally listed as Cult Mechanicus. A little history lesson. Skitarii came out first, I think. Just for Skitarii stuff, and then Cult Mechanicus stuff came out, like the Catform Breaches and things like that. And they weren't just an AdMech army originally. All the Eldar has been renamed to Eldari, all the Dark Eldar named Drukhari. The Necron Destroyers have had their names updated. I do need to update one of the images for them. Updated High Elves and Wood Elves to High Elf Realms and Wood Elf Realms. Fixed the names of Sisters of Thorn, and fixed the names of the heads in the Terexi Skystalkers, which I can't even remember. Oh, I think there was an issue with the letterings there. So next, many images have been improved. I'm not going to read the list out. Check the link on our site, because this is a huge list, and we're going to improve some more going forward, and I'll show you. And there's different ways that we've improved some. So, and that's what I'm going to talk through now. We'll start with the Hellstriders. Yeah, I mean, look at this. We've gone for years with like just images were just really shit. Like, these are so bad. Whereas if you go on a brand spanking new website, And look at the Hell Striders. They're just so much nicer and clearer. And you'll also notice as well, we have 6 per line now as well. And I think this shrinks down to 4 on a tablet and 2 on a mobile. But yeah, we've updated these pictures. These have been completely retaken. So some images have been completely retaken, whereas others have just had a watermark added, because there were some images which just had no watermark, and some have just been enhanced. I think, off the top of my head, there's a few. I should have marked down which ones were which. I know a few orc sets. Look at the boys. Boys or knobs. Yeah, so there's no... Like, they're quite dark as well. So I think when we were doing a lot of these images, I think I was using just a super bright monitor, and all my brightness was turned up really high, so they look good for me. But then when I sort of look at them on other devices or normal devices, a lot of pictures do seem a little bit dark. So I think a lot of them I've lightened up a little bit. Let's go to the Orc Boys. But I've added a watermark. Use a little bit lighter. But again, you can see they're just a lot clearer. I think these thumbnails are larger as well. Yeah, they look larger, don't they? Yeah, so we've got larger thumbnails as well. So, I mean, on the desktop, it's really nice. I mean, it's nice on mobile and tablet as well, but... Yeah, so there's a lot of them have been improved. Hopefully good for you guys. There's still a lot that I do want to improve upon as well, and I've kept a list, as we've been going through the website, of all the ones you want improved, and we just haven't got round to photographing them all or redoing them. But every image that didn't have a watermark now has a watermark. I mean, there are some that still has the old watermark, but everything's watermarked now. And the reason we do that is because in the past we've had people just nick our images to make their own bit sites, which is awful. So lazy. Doesn't. I mean, it's a long time since that happened. So, but it does happen. And also, if people share these images on social media or whatnot, then it's got a nice big logo across it, which is always nice for advertising and stuff. And we try our best to make the pictures as nice as possible. Okay, so moving on, we've still got a few more stuff about products. There's some missing items from the Adeptus Sororitas Seraphim. There's a missing rifle from the Skitarii Vanguard. There's the images what are wrong on the Necromunda Slave Ogrons. We changed the Hellblast to plasma weapons. Yes, so if we go on the Hellblasters. Oh, also the Space Marines we've changed as well. So in the Space Marine section, you've got your Black Templars, Blood Angels, etc. There's also a section for characters, section for dreadnoughts, and then the infantry squads as well. Otherwise, we'd have some massive lists. I mean, it's bad enough now. And we're hoping to add a hover colour on here as well. Still waiting for that to be done. But in the Hellblasters, they've had all brand new images as well, so their images have been improved. If you look at the old ones. Yeah, I mean, the old images weren't terrible, that's awful. But they've all been improved. And yeah, the guns are now sold with the backpacks for them as well. Or the backpack pieces. You still need your actual backpack. Because we found that well, I mean, we don't sell a lot of the guns, I don't know. But yeah, we had loads of these just left over, and we're just selling them as random. So people are never getting the ones to match their guns. So now they will. And that's much better there. We've added product codes to all the bases and transfer sheets and resin products, and we'll look at the resin products in a little bit as well. Changed the layout, which I've looked at. Also in Horus Heresy now, we have created a separate section for the tactical squad accessories, because there's the same sprue in the Mark 6 and the Mark 3, and the command set that's coming out at some point in the future will also have this sprue, so it's silly just to keep duplicating it. So it's all here in a section on its own, and I sorted through that today and checked it today. We're stock checking a lot of stuff as they move on to a new website, which is why it's taken a while. Just try and make sure like the amounts are as accurate as we can possibly get. So following categories have been added to our range: Bretonnian Knights of the Realm on foot, loads of Orc and Goblin stuff for the old world. We just need to retake the Night Goblins, but we've got all these sets here, and I think I've even put on. Oh, I have added stock to some of them, but not all of them. Well, I think I'm just waiting to do some more sets before we add stock to all of them. But they will have stock, and we need to get that boar. I think we did take a picture of that boar, so I'll have to sort that out. And then with the Solar Auxilia stuff as well, and I do need to add on the Hermes Sentinel to that list. So with the resin, we've expanded the Grey Tide Studio range, so all the Eternal Pilgrim stuff I think is in there now. So all 60 heads, and these are all in stock. So you'll notice as well, I'm probably jumping around a bit, but there is no quantity box, because on the old website, well, these are all out of stock because I've moved them over, but what would have items in stock? Archifactions maybe? Yeah, we don't have this little button and this little text thing there for quantities, but you only have to click add to basket and you can literally just pop it in there. And it's just a pop-up as well, so it's just like lightning fast. So you don't really lose much time when you want to add stuff to your basket. So that's quite cool. If you want just to go on the actual product page, you just click on the image or the text and that'll take you onto the main page for the image. So yeah, we've added loads of stuff to the resin range, and also if we go on to say head pack 1 for Saint Decent, I know a lot of people like these Sally helmets, and we have size options for them, so the regular, which fits on your Stormcast or Space Marines, and then the infantry for your smaller infantry stuff. So we have that now, and if you go into like some of our weapons, for example, there's new weapons in here, so we've got some Thunder Hammers. I really like these ones with the dragon heads, and then you've got different size infantry, Marines or Terminators. Just the detail on them is so nice. So yeah, there's loads of extra stuff. I'm still working on some other bits to go in as well. I'll try and get them up for launch day. If not, I'll do it at some point. We've got hands on the Conda swords now as well, so you can have options with or without. And yeah, there's different size options again for like stuff like the Claws Marine or Terminator size. Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head. There's a load of heads we've added as well. And also in here you'll notice we just have everything sorted by type now. We haven't got the Wastelander or the Sacred Templars listed separately. But you can find them in these other sections. There's loads more bird skull heads. A few other little heads in here as well. But yeah, all this Sacred Templar stuff is still like in the heads. So if you want the heads for them, the heads are there. And yeah, it was like about 90 odd heads or something in here now, which is really cool. And 97 heads we got, and there'll always be more. And the following sections have been removed. So the old Seraphim Knights, the old Clan Rats, Ravagers, Storm Vermins, Space Marine Bike, all the Stormcast stuff which has been removed, that's all gone now. I have got the Marauders and Horsemen listed here, but as I said earlier, I'll probably chuck them in here for now. All the bits were listed as sale price originally, are now just sold at that price, which is quite nice. In regards to pricing, GW have announced that they're raising prices again. We've added 15,000 product onto this website, and we put in the prices for all of them. We don't really want to be changing them again, but so we have made the postage a bit more expensive just to compensate for that. It's only a few pence more for everyone, but we feel bad when we do it. Oh, and also free UK shipment is going to be over £35, so I've got to change that image at some point. So let's get into new features. We're 14 minutes into this, and we're only up with new features. It's been a long one, I apologise. I don't know how many of you will sit through this nonsense. But if you're interested in a new website, then if you won't mind, listen to me babble on. So we have a new wishlist function, you've probably seen that, so you can just add items to your wishlist now. All you've got to do is click the little love heart, and it adds it to your wishlist. I'm not logged in, so I assume if you log in after, that keeps it, I don't know. Log in if you want to add stuff to your wishlist though, I do recommend that. We have a new rewards point system, so there'll be many ways that we'll be giving away reward points, including to our subscribers for our YouTube channel, so, you know, hit that button. Reward points, basically 1 reward point equals 1 penny, so we'll give them away in like the hundreds. And yeah, some products that you buy will come with reward points, so if you buy a certain item you'll get some reward points, so it's essentially giving you money back. And yeah, I mean, like I say, we'll give stuff to subscribers, people on our Discord, newsletter subscribers, things like that. And if you have any bits missing and want store credit, we can use that as a store credit system. No trouble. And we also have a guest checkout, so you don't have to have an account with us if you do not wish to. So you can guest checkout. And we also accept Google Pay and Apple Pay. I haven't tested these yet, but they are options now as well. And we don't have the hide or show out of stock button yet, but it's being worked on, and that will also appear in the search results, which is something I know a lot of people have asked for. So we're really excited to get that available. Hopefully, that's being worked on behind the scenes. A lot of the code and stuff is worked on by a third party for us, and we just pay them, which is nice. But sometimes it does take a little while to get stuff done. And there's other things I want to add. I want to get the back to top button on there as well, so they'll be doing that for us at some point as well. Going into the shipping, we'll have a tracked shipping option for UK customers, which we didn't have as an option before. And we were just so limited with what we could do with OS Commerce. The postage thing was really weird with that. So we can have that now. The tracked shipping option is actually going to be cheaper for our EU customers than it was before. So that'll be nice for them. But as I said, our regular shipping prices are a little bit more expensive. I think it's about 50p more for EU. I think it's 26p more expensive for UK. And maybe like 70-something p more expensive for international, rest of the world. So not a lot. But that'll really help us. Some prices might have to be increased in the future, but that's not something we're going to worry about just yet. The contact form now lets you attach images. So contact us. So you can now add images. A little browse thing. We've got not a robot there, so hopefully we won't get as much spam through that. I mean, we won't get a lot. And we'll have a new email address, support@bitzbox.co.uk, rather than inquiries, because we do get a lot of spam on inquiries. So that'd be nice. I do want to sort this out though. This is too light. Because this is all hosted through Shopwired, I can change a lot of the code. It's just finding where everything is coded in their website. So I'm still sort of learning that. But once I find where this is, I'll be able to change it easy. No, automatic stock emails we still have. And all you have to do is put your name and address in there, an email address. And so you don't need not be logged in this time. You can just put your name and email address in there, and you'll get your stock notification things, which is really cool. And we've fixed a load of issues. So if you watched the video about why our Bitzbox 2.0 sucked, then yeah, a lot of that will be fixed. So we had some issues where orders be duplicated. I don't know why. That'll be gone. That'll be not an issue anymore. European characters didn't always display well on people's shipping labels. That's done as far as I know. Haven't tested it. But in most normal software, that's not an issue. So I'd imagine it'll be fine. The 3D secure error, that'll be gone. We've got a whole new credit card system now that we use. And as I said, it accepts Google and Apple Pay. So none of that nonsense. That's all gone. If you forget your password and that, you will be emailed properly. Again, that wasn't emailing people properly, so people just couldn't log in sometimes. And some emails, people weren't getting, towards the end, people weren't getting dispatch emails a lot, or some people were, some people weren't. I don't know why. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice a bit. So, yeah, that should all be fixed. Also, discount percentages would cause PayPal to break on the original website. It's all to do with how VAT worked. So basically, when we added a discount, it would take the discount off without VAT, and then it would add the VAT on after, which would then give you a really weird amount, which would have like more than, say it'd be like, I'll tell you how it'll work out, but that won't give you sort of round figures for the numbers. There's like a load of decimal places and stuff, because it took the percentage off and then added the percentage on, rather than just adding the VAT on and then taking the percentage off, if that makes sense. And then PayPal didn't like that, so that just never worked. So now we'll be able to offer a lot more sales and promotions. Yay. Order comments now appear on your invoices. We couldn't do that before with OS Commerce. So essentially, if you had an order comment, I had to try and keep it up here, basically, or reference it on thingy. It's just a silly system, and sometimes people's order comments could be forgotten or missed or not passed on. And your chosen shipment method will appear on your address label. Not really matter to you guys, but it'll help us. If you've got like tracked shipping, we can just see on the label. So just in case we sort of miss it. And then lastly is all just stuff. Well, I say lastly, there's some cons as well, which I'll go through. But lastly, just sort of some admin stuff. There's better sales report, and I'm not going to show you guys the admin. Maybe I will do in the future. But yeah, there's better sales reporting, so we can see individual products, which ones are selling the best, and things like that. And we've got built-in analytics as well, which will be really handy for us. As I said earlier, better system in place to offer discount codes and sales and stuff. A lot easier. And we can search through our product range in the admin, which we honestly cannot do on OS Commerce. So, I mean, it's easy enough to go between different categories, but just to get like a certain product up, we can just literally just type it in now, and that's great. And the search thing's really good on the admin. So, yeah, I'm liking it. It's a really nice admin to use, actually. So we're using ShopWide, if I didn't mention that before, and really cool alternative to Shopify, a lot cheaper. And we were going to use Shopify, but for a website of our size, that got really expensive. So I had to sort of just say no to that. But ShopWide have a lot of cool features, and they can do third party. Well, they work with a company who do a lot of coding. So if you want some features that they don't have, they can just add it to your website for quite good prices as well. So really impressed. Whereas with Shopify, there's a lot of monthly. But if you want certain things like the email, to email people when stuff is back in stock, Shopify wanted about $70 a month for that. It's free on here. So there you go. It's far easier for us to add different variations like sizes and things like that, which is really nice. Which is why we're offering that a lot more. That was a really roundabout way of having to do that on OS Commerce, I tell you. But there are some downsides, and we're going to end this video on a low. As I said about the quantity thing is not on your main page. But again, you only have to click the button and that'll come up. Obviously, everything's in stock. I haven't added the stock on yet. So for stock notification emails, they are sent. You have to put a time in to when they're all sent, and then they're all just sent at that particular time. So I'll try and just time our restocks to sort of coincide with that. But on OS Commerce, we can just send that like instantly, whereas you have to sort of set it up for a certain time on ShopWide for some reason. But that doesn't really matter. Like I say, if I time the restocks to be around that time, it's not going to make any difference. And we can't upload our stock via SQL spread queries, which we were doing before, but we can do it by Excel spreadsheets. So it's not a huge issue. It might take us a little bit longer just to type it all out, but yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Another downside is we don't have the advanced search option, but the search bar is pretty cool. So if I put in like Space Marine Head, for example, you know, I'll bring up obviously Chaos Space Marine Heads as well, but you know, you get all your heads there. So it seems to work okay. I mean, we've tried to make the website as easy as possible to navigate. Another thing as well, if you do just skip straight to something like Bloodletters, it doesn't have the full breadcrumbs, whereas if you were to click on Age of Sigmar, Chaos Demons, etc., Bloodletters, it brings it up there, which is a bit annoying. That's something I would like to just have like that, but I'll have to talk to the people behind the code for that, see if they can change that. But that's it, that's all I've got on cons, apart from the thing that I mentioned earlier about the postage price rises. Obviously, going through here, a lot of stuff's out of stock because I haven't added to stock yet. We're gradually doing that this week. Not say everything will be restocked, but a lot of sets will. There'll be a lot of sets what will be restocked. I think I put all the Solo Auxilia on, yeah. So I mean that entire range is going to have stock. I mean, if you go to something like for the las rifle section, there's absolutely like loads of stuff. So about 11 sprues worth. So that's quite nice. Yeah, so that's our plan for this week. Obviously, by the time you watch this video, we'd have done that. And of course, we're always adding, restocking stuff every week. And we buy a lot, and we're going to buy more. And just, we're going to keep going. It's hard to keep a lot of stuff in stock because the popular stuff just sell out so fast. But yeah. Now there is other things. When you get your order email, it should have it should look a lot prettier. That'll have nice little images of all the products you've ordered. We haven't tested that fully yet. We have made some test orders and they do work. But we're going to make some more just before, because we want to make sure everything's working just before we launch. So yeah, that's our plan for this week. I had to make this video now though, because it's the only time I've got. So we've got a busy week ahead of us getting all this stock checked and moved over. So yeah, I apologise it's run quite long. Not as long as I thought it would be in the end. As I said, there's a few sort of handy new features. If there's any other things that you'd like to see us do with the website, then definitely do let us know. We can work really closely with the Shopwide people and Codemasters now to just add a lot. I mean, there's so much more we can do now. We are very limited with OS Commerce, especially once they switch to the new OS Commerce 4 and all the previous support for version 3, which is what we were using before. That's just pretty much just wiped from the internet, which is really unfortunate. So we just got to a point where we could not add any new features, make hardly any changes. And it's very outdated. And just using this in the admin and viewing the website as well is just so much nicer. So we've definitely brought it forward a good decade, I think. And yeah, so that is Bitzbox 3.0. And yeah, the Instagram feed doesn't work at the moment either. I've got to talk to them about that. But that doesn't really matter. All our social stuff's down here. So yeah, and also we have a new WhatsApp channel which you'll be able to find on here as well, and we'll just post all our sort of stock updates and stuff on there. And I'm sure there's loads more. There is a whole new terms and conditions to read through, but this is very generic. Nothing really too exciting in there. As I said, we've got new email addresses and things like that, but they all got to be set up through our domain register, INS, rather than through Shopwide. So until we move that over, we can't get them working. So there's going to be a day or two where we'll just switch to a new website over, but it'll just be behind the password before it goes live. So yeah, but again, by the time you watch this video, that should hopefully all be fixed. So anyway, yeah, thanks so much for watching if you've managed to last this long listening to me ramble on. And yeah, we'll be back to normal videos on the website, or on this channel even. And do feel free to subscribe. I'm still working on my inquisitorial stuff. I've got loads more videos planned for that, and of course we'll still be doing the White Dwarf videos and many more, I'm sure. So yeah, do feel free to subscribe. This is a brand new channel to go along with the brand new website, and we're trying to build it back up to where our previous one was. So yeah, fingers crossed we can do that. So anyway, yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all again in the next video.